Moving on to receiver. My boom this week is Jordan Addison.
Get as many plays they can on the plus side of the 2 minute.
Darnold steps up, lets it go. There's Addison with a perfect throw.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, against the Falcons. you know, this guy. I get why they drafted him first round.
He's good.
He's good. I mean, when JJ was out, obviously he stepped up, and so, but still, Jetta's is getting all the attention, double, triple team the whole time, and Darnold knows.
Yeah.
And so, who do you go to?
Addison.
So, Falcons giving up the fourth most points to receivers. I just think honestly, I think this game is gonna be a shootout. Falcons and Vikings. Obviously, Kirk playing against his old team. He's gonna, want to.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, Kirk wanted to play against his old team, who didn't want to pay him out, gave up on him. I think he's gonna throw the ball hella, obviously, and so with that, the Vikings will have to,
keep up.
And then so, I kind of see a game where it's not really the same, but Jerry Jeudy going off against his old team. I think Addison will be really involved only because it's the opposite field side. I don't even know how to, but I think Addison's gonna have a big game this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jordan Addison. Wait, who'd you say they're playing again?
The Falcons.
The Falcons. Yeah, and their defense is
They're both in the top 5 worst defenses in the past. So it's gonna. That's why I think it's gonna be a shootout.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Alrighty. Good pick, Jordan Addison. My boom this week is JSN.
Off the fake. Smith steps up and somehow a layered throw.
Oh, nice.
Versus Arizona Cardinals. Last time he played the Cardinals, he had a pretty good game. He had a touchdown and about 80 yards. I expect the same, a lot of usage from him. I believe DK, as in Metcalf, he he tweaked his knee or something like that.
He's always questionable.
But yeah, he's superhuman. He'll probably play, but still, that's something to consider.
But Jason is definitely the number 2 receiver on that team now.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, and so I expect a lot. I don't know. I get this feeling it's going to be this time. Last time they played, it was very low scoring game, under 30 total. But I think this game could be a little bit higher of a risk with both teams down the stretch. Divisional game. It's a huge game for the playoff seeding, and so
I see.
Yeah, and no need to worry about weather because I think that was an issue last time they played in Seattle. So expect big things from JSN.
Yeah, I hope this game ends up in a tie. That'd be great.
Who's leading technically in that division? Is it the Rams now? It might be. Because Cardinals lost last week.
Well, let's see. It's still the Hawks. Hawks are still 1 game up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Niners are last.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That is crazy. All right, moving on to bus. I have another boy that... Oh, no, actually, no, it's not yours. Brian Thomas Jr.
Right now, we've heard you talk about this healthy running back room, and we haven't really seen a whole lot of evidence of it.
The 5th third down of 10 yards or more for Jacksonville. This time they connect with Thomas. They'll convert for that and much more. Down the sideline, the long strider, Thomas, caught inside.
On the Jags, he's been averaging about 13.5 points per game the last 2 games, but it's also 4 receptions per game. So I think it's kind of a high ceiling, low floor kind of deal.
Yeah.
He's a big play kind of guy. Mac Jones obviously coming in. He's going to obviously play the game. They do have a connection, but as we've always said, the Titans have a very stout pass defense, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
But they're top 5, I believe.
Yep.
And with Tank being back.
Hilarious because last week they got killed, but it was all on the ground.
Exactly. But yeah, so I just think with Tank and Etienne, obviously they're not great backs in just in the grand scheme of things, but they are 2 reliable backs that I think they're going to have to rely on more. And also, like I said earlier, with I don't even know.
Brian Thomas, though.
No, Mac Jones is not a starting quarterback for a reason.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be able to push the ball as well.
Yeah.
So I just think Brian Thomas has been a great great asset this year.
Yeah.
Just I don't think it's gonna be a good week.
Okay. I mean, arguably the best rookie fantasy player this year for a receiver.
Oh, non-quarterback.
Yeah, non-quarterback. So,
yes.
bold pick. My bust this week, and this was tough, but I'm going to go with my gut. It's Devontae Adams.
Rodgers, one-on-one. It's Adams. It's a vintage Rodgers to Adams connection for the touchdown.
Damn, I almost chose Garrett Wilson.
It was between Garrett
As my
and Devontae.
bust this week.
Okay. Versus Miami.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Jets are now officially in tank mode. I think you can officially say that. Rodgers does seem like he's going to get the nutter start, though.
Do you think this is like the worst, best team ever? They came into the season like top 5 projected, like a top 10 offense, top 5 defense, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've ever seen a team like not meet expectations as much as the Jets.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I can't even think of one now that I think about it. And the only one I could think of was like 2 years ago, Chargers, when we signed everybody. But we didn't have like.
But it's
like you have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So probably.
But damn, Devontae, I need him to go off.
I know, but I mean, he could still. Like the thing is, he had 14 targets last week. Like. Literally, Aaron Rodgers would go 36 of 36, would throw 18 to Devontae, 18 to Garrett. Like, it's not going anywhere else.
Yeah.
But also, they can't get any big plays. Like, I'm pretty sure, you correct me if I'm wrong, but he had 14 targets, but he still had under, 80.
Oh, yeah.
80 yards. He did salvage himself with a touchdown,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But, I feel like that says something. Like, to get that many targets and not even have over...
Yeah, it's... I know that Rodgers have been underthrowing a lot of passes.
Yeah.
So
it's not looking good. I think he's TD reliant against Miami Dolphins, who, from what I saw, is actually a top 5 defense against the pass. So that's not good news. And I think Jalen Ramsey might line up on Devontae. Not to say Jalen's
he's not top tier.
Yeah, what he used to be, but still.
Yeah.
So.
Damn, that sucks. But I get it because I almost chose Wilson.
Yeah.
But yeah, shoot. Moving on to sleeper. It's kind of an interesting pick, but I had Xavier legit.
Left tackle. Fake the handoff. Young. Flag is down. Young lets it fly. It's caught. Drops it in the bucket. Lee Jet.
On the Panthers against the Eagles.
Leggett. That's how I was told.
Oh, it's Leggett.
I thought it was legit too.
He's not legit. No, but anyways, Leggett. Okay, Leggett. He's sneakily averaging 7 targets in the past 2 games averaging per game, right? I think the biggest reason why I think he's a sleeper, obviously, is because he's not owned in many leagues right now. But against the Eagles defense, Thielen is obviously the receiver one. And so I think a lot of the attention in the past will go to Thielen and then Chuba.
Dude, talk about a welcome back. Thielen went off.
Dude.
He should have had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Dude, Thielen might be one of the most unappreciated receivers in
Do you remember how good he used to be in fantasy?
Dude, he was the GOAT on the Vikings, bro.
With him and Diggs.
Dude, he was the GOAT. And he wasn't even receiver 1.
Yeah, receiver 2, yeah.
But anyway, him and his yellow gloves, that's all I know.
Yeah, I remember that too.
But yeah, I just think he has a good opportunity also because even though, as you were saying earlier, the Eagles have a great defense.
Yeah.
But game script-wise, the ball's going
A
to
lot of balls.
A lot of balls in the air.
Yeah.
Thielen's going to get a lot of coverage. They're going to obviously look at Hubbard a lot too because he's obviously involved. So I think, Leggett has good opportunities, and he's obviously proven himself every once in a while. He has that potential.
Yeah.
And so
there's potential.
I think he could squeak a touchdown, especially in if the Panthers could get to the red zone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's a good deep sleeper, especially with everyone's holding everyone at this point. Right?
Yeah.
And so
he could be one of those holds that does really well. Yeah, I like him a lot. He's like a Debo clone a little bit. All right, to finish it off, my sleeper is Elijah Moore.
Defensive coordinator, that
That's not easy to do, but he's doing a great job coordinating this group this year. They're down at 3, floated wide open. That's Moore. And Elijah Moore is down in
versus
Wow.
the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
Obviously, like we said, kind of similar to your Bryce Young thing. The game script for Jameis, we know he's gonna get 30 attempts, 30 plus attempts.
Yeah.
Maybe even 40, maybe 50. Honestly, actually, now that I think about it. And so I think with obviously the emergence of Judy, like
Yes, I was gonna say
you can't help but like if you're the Steelers, you're gonna be like, we need to worry about
he's
Judy.
obviously and we've noticed, right?
Yeah.
But it's like it's time.
Yeah, and so he has the burners, he has the speed, and then Cedric Tillman, I believe, is out with the concussion. I don't know if he's expected to play. I don't think he will. But with that said, Elijah Moore is going to have a lot more opportunities, and I think he scored a touchdown this past week too. So honestly, bro, trust in that Browns offense to end of the season, and good things might happen.
Yo, Jameis Winston will always deliver you the most Jameis Winston stat line. Like,
Dude, so I saw something crazy. Some guy started all the Browns starters, and he won his week. Jameis, Chubb, Njoku, Elijah Moore, and
Judy. Honestly, Njoku two TDs.
Dude.
Judy with that 70-yarder, bro. 200 yards.
200-yarder.
Jameis with 4 tutties.
Elijah had a tutty. Nick Chubb had a tutty.
Nick Chubb had a
Like,
tutty
bro,
too.
like that's a crazy lineup right there.
And Judy had a 2-point conversion with Jameis throwing it.
Dude, you have 90 just from Jameis and Judy, basically.
Honestly,
Think about that. Think about that. That's crazy. So,
I see.
yeah. So Elijah Moore, I think he should be available in your leagues. He might not be, but if he is,
He should be though.
So,
All right.